everyone, welcome back. It is Friday Favorites and Flops. The only reason that I'm like laughing is because I brought this yogurt in here. This is from Noosa, I'm just gonna say that. And I was trying to like take a thumbnail picture with it. I wanted to start eating it, but I was trying to take a thumbnail picture with it, and the faces that I was doing, it's like I didn't want to look crazy by being like my typical face of like, what the is this? But that doesn't really make a good thumbnail picture to be like, I have like, okay, I have two faces. One is I can't see, which is like this. And the other one is what you just said is dumb, and it's like this. I know you can't tell the difference between those two because there really isn't one. So I either can't see when you're talking to me, or I think what you said was dumb. Not really. I don't really give people dirty looks. But one of my friends told me one time, like, Laura, I know you can't see sometimes, so when you think that I'm saying something you don't agree with, I can't tell if it's you can't see or you think what I'm saying is not right. But yeah, anyways, back to the yogurt. So I brought this in here and I wasn't going to include it in my Friday favorites, and I was like, excuse me, this is a favorite. This yogurt I picked up, I snapped about it at H-E-B, which is the local grocery, not local, but like it's the grocery store chain in Texas if you live in Texas. I think in Louisiana too, not quite sure. But anyways, H-E-B stands for Herbert E. Butts, if you were wondering. Sure does. But they have now carry, this is the finest yogurt, okay? They have a bunch of different flavors. This is like the best yogurt ever. The best yogurt ever. I've been having them for breakfast because I'm doing, you guys, I'm trying to get back on the weight loss train, and really, I'm always really trying. That's not true. Sometimes I'm really just not trying, but I'm really trying right now. And so I'm trying to find snacks or breakfast things that I like that are gonna fill me up. And because one of my problems is I don't eat breakfast, and I know, do not give me the speeches, I know it's horrible for you. And if you don't know that, you need to start eating breakfast, okay? If you are trying to lose weight, you need to start eating breakfast, because if you don't, it is really bad for you. It doesn't even get your metabolism started back on point. So I bought these yogurts. They're so good. They have so many different flavors, but the thing that I didn't like about them is they come in like big, kind of like bigger tubs. And sometimes when things come in bigger tubs like that, like I don't stop eating it because I'm like, well, I need to finish everything in this tub, and it's kind of gross to me for like a yogurt unless I was going to spoon it into another dish, but that just gets the dish dirty. So unless I'm spooning a yogurt into another dish, I like to just finish the whole yogurt because I don't like to go back into it. Point of that story is H-E-B came out with smaller little cups. So if you want to try the yogurt, they have them in the smaller little cups. It's like the best yogurt ever, and it's just a little treat, and it's a great breakfast. Sprinkle a little granola on top, boom. So since I was gonna eat this, I had to talk about it because it's been what I've been having all week, and it's a favorite. For those of you who came for actual beauty products, here we go. This week I've tried out some of the Wet n Wild blushes. Now they came out with some new ombre blushes. Those were $4.99, and then the regular color icon blushes are $2.99. I found mine at Target, and I have the other colors. I think it says it's a new formula. I liked the other formula just fine, so I went ahead and picked up just the new color that they introduced that I didn't have, and it's called Rose Champagne. It's what I'm wearing today. It's a very nice like satin glowy but neutral blush. I think it would be a great one for anyone, especially with a drugstore price of $2.99. It just has like tiny little shimmer in it, but it's really just a nice neutral, like I said, everyday blush, but I think it gives your face a little bit of like a what, and everyone needs a little bit of a what when you're wearing a blush. As you can see, this is going to be for very fair skin. If you have a medium or deeper skin tone, this is really not going to show up on you, but they do have other colors. Like I think Mellow Wine is one. Is that one? And they just have a bunch of really beautiful, like very pigmented shades. But this is for those fair girls like me, but it just gives a little bit of color to the face, but not too much. If you want to go hard with your bronzer, which is kind of what I like to do, this is the perfect blush to kind of pair with that. Speaking of going hard with a bronzer, I've been trying out the new Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That thing smells like the beach, but it is very light. So I went in with that today, but I went over it with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. This is in Luminous Bronze. I love this bronzer. If you guys watched my channel before, I think I actually said this was not worth the money. Then I started using it in the summer and I was like, can I get a what? Because this made my face look glowy. It just the way that it's formulated with the ambient lighting powder woven and baked into it, it just applies effortlessly to the skin and it gives that like kickback glow. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. It gives a beautiful glow to the skin. It's that perfect bronzing all over. I thought it was going to be too orange. It does lean a little bit more orange. This is the lighter one of the two, so I think the darker one is called Radiant Bronze. That one is more orange in my opinion. I don't own it, but I think that this one, especially if you do have fair skin, is the way to go. I really, really like this, and I started out not liking it, but now I use it all the time. I love to apply it with a stippling brush. Any like big fluffy stippling brush, you just kind of blend it all in and get yourself going. And it's one of those that you can build and build and build and not look like, it doesn't get blotchy on me. And you guys know I've talked to you before about like a lot of times bronzers break up on me, or if I'm layering them they get blotchy, but the formula of this is so finely milled that it does not do that. So yes, this one is the way to go. If you're looking for a really nice bronzer, especially coming into the spring and summer, I love this one. And this is a great one to also to apply on top of any type of cream products. I know I've talked about the Giorgio Armani Liquid Summer. That's like my favorite like liquidy type product to bronze up the face. That and this paired together is like magical, so I cannot wait for summer to come around again to use that. Actually, I can wait for summer because it gets super hot in Texas and I'm kind of enjoying the nice cooler weather right now. Okay, eyeshadows. As you can see, I've been skipping eyeliner a lot recently. I did a tutorial, I posted it this week with the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, and that, okay, you guys, I filmed that whole look, but then I was trying to go in for some photos later, and I was like touching up my wing liner. Y'all, I made a fool of myself with my wing liner. It's like, you know, you go in for a lip. I got something hanging out of my nose. Not a booger, just a fuzz. You know how you go in with your wing liner and you have like the start of a great wing, but you're like, oh, there's something right here. I just kind of want to get at it. I kept getting at it and getting at it and getting at it. Sooner I knew it was up to here and out to here, and I was like, oh, I just ruined this whole look. I had to wipe the whole thing off. So honestly, I got a little gun shy from my liner this week, so I haven't been wearing liner, and I kind of like it. It feels a little bit fresh, and sometimes it's nice to just switch it up, you know? You guys know. So I've been using a lot of the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. I think these are incredible for the price. I love Makeup Geek eyeshadows, but the foiled have to be some of my favorites because I'm like a humongous fan of metallic shadows. I do not find these crease on me. I use a combination of the NARS. Sometimes, well, I use two different primers that I find that work the best for these. The NARS primer, you know, it's like in the thing, I forget what it's called, but it's like a white tube, the NARS eyeshadow primer. And then the MAC 24-Hour Extended Eye Base, that is amazing, works for ColourPop shadows, and I find it works really well for these. And it really just adheres to it, and it doesn't crease on my eyes. So I love these. I am wearing today like a little bit of a green because I'm trying to match my sweater. Sometimes I go matchy-matchy, you know, sometimes I don't, but this shade in Jester, I've talked about it before. I just think it's a beautiful olivey, it's just such a pretty, I mean, super pigmented, pretty olive, I was gonna say pretty beautifully. It's a pretty olive color, but it has that like golden sort of metallic sheen to it. So I like to I put that all over the lid, and then in the center, I love pairing these two together. This is Magic Act, which is an amazing, like seriously, an incredible gold shade because it's like a white-ish gold. You see that? I meant to pop this in my inner corners. Maybe I should just pop a little bit right now. Do you guys use your finger for your inner corner, or do you use a brush? Just wondering, because sometimes I use my finger and then it's like I've got inner corner highlight from here to here because I get crazy. So these two together, so beautiful. And then I went in on my outer corner with a little bit of, what was it? It was one of the duochrome eyeshadows. I'm gonna leave it linked or listed down below. I mean, I'll link all these things too, but I'm gonna leave it listed down below. But I went in with one of the eyeshadows, the duochrome eyeshadows, and just kind of blended it out. I seriously love the shadows, but if you are looking for some really nice metallic eyeshadows, these are the way to go, especially because they're super affordable as well. I am an affiliate with Makeup Geek. That's not why I talk about them. I talk about them because I love them. So just so you do know, any of the links that I leave for Makeup Geek are always affiliated, so I do get a portion of the sales. If you ever do choose to use any of my affiliate links, I always appreciate it, but never feel obligated to do so. So they're down there for you to use, but if you don't want to use them, you can just go to the Makeup Geek website, or any other affiliate that I use, you can just go to the website and do it. I've really been loving the Makeup Geek eyeshadows and playing a lot with the colors. Also still playing a lot with the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. You guys, I'm so excited for that palette to launch. And speaking of, okay, I have a giveaway going on with that palette. I think it ends today, actually. I have chosen 3 winners for the giveaway that I had for Too Faced chocolate bonbons, and no one is messaging me back about it. So I've had to choose one. They didn't message me, choose another. They didn't message me back, choose another. I'm going through YouTube Messenger for that. The Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette is through Instagram, but I did want to say, if you entered the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, check your inboxes on YouTube, because that's where I'm direct messaging people and no one seems to be replying to me. So I'm gonna have to pick a 4th winner. So make sure that you check your messages. I'm gonna give the person another day, the last person, the 3rd person, I'm gonna give them another day. So 24 hours from when this video goes live to message me back. And if you don't, then I'm gonna choose another winner. So just, I wanted to put that out there because I feel a lot of people are like, where's the winner? Where's the winner? Where's the winner? I'm trying, I really am. Okay. Next product that I have really been loving, and I think I've talked about this, I know I have, the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. You guys, I love this. I really do. I'm wearing it today. It is like the perfect, I don't know, for me, I find it gives a ton of coverage. Sometimes I apply it with my hands or with my fingers, which I really don't like doing, but I find that that gives me the most coverage with this product. It is a soft, nice, matte product. It says that it's a skin tint, but I'm like, bull-oni, it's not. It has a lot of coverage, in my opinion. I would say medium-ish. Like, I'm not gonna say full coverage, but I'm gonna say medium-ish. Enough coverage for me. But I find when I wear this, my skin looks really good. I love the finish that it gives. It has SPF 30 in it, and it smells a little bit like sunscreen. That doesn't bother me, actually, like the way that it smells, but it's just a really nice, the color that I'm in is Alaska 2, Light 2. This is a little bit darker of a shade. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is my shade. There are 2 lighter shades. I probably go between Finland and I forget the other one that I have, but there are some other shades. Probably Light 1 is my shade, but as you can see, like, look at this. Like, that is kind of a lot of coverage, don't you think? And it's just super comfortable on the skin, and it doesn't, when it dries down matte, it doesn't. This would be a great product, I think, for someone who has oily skin that just wants a little bit of a tint, but like a soft, that soft matte look, because it really is, well, it doesn't say soft matte, but it says matte skin tint, but it velvet, which means soft, okay? So it's very, very soft, and it really does look like velvety skin. I think that this is such a great product. It's gonna definitely be a #1 go-to for me coming into the spring and summer, especially for the fact that it has SPF 30 in it, and I just love the way it feels, looks, applies to the skin, everything. So yes, I use a brush sometimes, but I love the application with my fingers because I find it gets the most coverage out of the product for me. And I'm kind of like, I really do like a full coverage. My light keeps flickering right here like it's trying to try me right now, like it's gonna die, and I really hope it doesn't. Cool story. So that wraps up my Friday favorites this week. I didn't have any flops. There were no products that I tried and was like, nope. But if you guys tried any products this week that you were like, nope, go ahead and leave those down below, as well as your favorites. You guys know I love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And if for those of you who are gonna be like, why'd you talk about yogurt for 4 minutes in the beginning? I'm sorry, I'll try and put a timestamp when I start the video, because everyone knows I like to talk, and those of you who don't care about my yogurt story, you can skip ahead to the beauty stuff. So hopefully you're not irritated by the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys all in the next video. Mwah. And yes, I do eat my yogurt with a baby spoon, because who doesn't want to eat their yogurt with a miniature spoon? I mean, for those of you who are mothers and you have baby spoons laying around, you better use those. Those get all around the edges of a yogurt. They get all around the edges of a pudding cup. Let me just tell you. Those tiny little spoons, you can just dig them all in. That's how I eat half of my like yogurts and pudding cup things. Pudding cup, that sounds gross though. Why does the word pudding cup sound gross to me right now? I don't know. It's like sugar-free pudding cup, so because I guess when I think pudding cup, I think of like someone like laying on their bed with like their pudding cup laying on their stomach, and they're just like chocolate all over their face, and they're just like, oh, this is so good. But I just mean it like, it's like a low-fat pudding cup, you know, like Jello.